Hi, my name is Ashley Riley. This presentation is entitled Can You Encourage While Still Leading? It is for Fort Hays State University Class EDL 855 Educational Leadership for the Spring 2015 semester. What does it mean to lead? It means to have flexibility, communicate with your staff. I find that this is oftentimes number one with several staff members at several, whether it be a business, a school, wherever you talk to people at. Oftentimes they don't feel that their administrators communicate with them enough. They don't give them enough time. They don't let them know ahead of time what may be coming down that they're going to have to change or do. Sometimes it feels like the demand or the expectation is sprung on them. I do understand that decisions are made last minute, so it's important to let staff know that, this may be a last minute decision. We're still working on it. Give them a heads up that there may not be a lot of time to put this in place. I think keeping them informed would be a good thing as far as what does it mean to lead. You also want to be courageous, tenacious, patient, and honest. You want to motivate, empower, and inspire others. You work together as a team or a community, not as individuals or a separate entity. You want to provide a positive attitude and intuition, and you want to recognize accomplishments and celebrate and support others. What does it mean to encourage? You're telling and showing the people that you work with that they have done well, they've done a good job. Remind them of the importance of their work. You re-energize and you refocus your staff when you do this. It increases your staff's confidence, which helps them to take a challenge or to take a risk. It helps people stay focused on their goals and the value of their work. They feel replenished, which also increases performance. How to encourage while still leading. You want to treat employees like they make a difference, and they will. Bring out the best in them. You want to build rapport and support and facilitate open communications with your team. People want to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want to feel like they're making a difference, maybe not just in their classroom, but in the school as a whole, maybe in the district as a whole. Get them and encourage them to be involved. Create a culture of recognition and appreciation. Make it about me, make it about we, not me. I said that wrong there. Some other things you can do is recognition should be authentic. Fake recognition is worse than no recognition at all. So you should be sincere in your recognition. Know specifically what you're going to be celebrating and recognizing them for. Promote teamwork across the borders. Let your employees make decisions. Encourage creativity. Set an example. Have a positive attitude, and encourage people to make contributions. There are also times I feel that maybe some staff members feel that they are left out or they don't know enough, but I feel that they also have to take responsibility and be involved as well. They can't just leave it up to another employee or someone else to let them know what's going on. If they're really concerned, then they should take action and ask questions, and to get involved in things or committees that may be available to them. There are 5 types of followers. There's the alienated person who is an independent and critical thinker, but they lack engagement due to a sense of dissatisfaction with the organization. So while they're independent and they can think critically, they're unhappy, and so they don't engage with things that are going on. The conformist is highly active in their organization, but they lack independent critical thinking skills, so they just do what they have to do to get along. The pragmatist straddles the middle road and either questions the leader too much or too little, so they kind of play the middle game. They tell the leader one thing, maybe tell their colleagues another thing. We really don't know how they feel. The passive follower fails to think for himself and is not an active member of the team, so they just kind of stay in the background. You don't really hear a lot from them. The exemplary follower is a constant critical thinker and is actively engaged in his or her organization. And I think as a leader, I would definitely express to my staff that I want them to be engaged in the organization. Not just wait for something to happen, but be a part of that making something happen. Are you an encouraging leader? What kind of people do you have that follow you? Are they sheep? Are they passive and uncritical and lack innovative and a sense of responsibility? Are they yes people, an equally unenterprising group and dependent on the leader for their inspiration? Or are they alienated followers who are critical and independent in their thinking but fulfill their roles passively, sometimes turn them off or prompting them to distance themselves from the organization and its mission? So it's important to to be an encouraging leader. You don't want to have these individuals as followers. You want them to be that exemplary leader who is active and engaged and is thinking critically. They're helping out. They're not just, oh, I have to worry about just, again, they're not worried about just me. They're worried about we. Not only do we as a leader need to be that way, but we want to encourage our staff to be that way as well. Set an example that others will want to follow. As a leader, we don't want to push our team members to just follow our directives or our orders. We want to show them that we are going to be actively involved, that we are going to model the behavior that we expect them to show themselves. Attendance. We want to make sure that we're there at work on time, that we're not taking frequent days off, that we're working hard, that we're engaging our staff as a community, not just as individuals, that we're promoting leadership and inspiring them and letting them know that their voice is important and that we do want to hear it. Be a good leader. You can develop your emotional intelligence. Any leader is going to be more effective when he or she is in control of how to control emotions such as self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, and empathy. How you fulfill the role can encourage and inspire others, or it can alienate and stifle them. Treat people as though they are your business partners, because that's what they are. Provide opportunity for them to discuss their preferred approach to a situation. Respect them enough to encourage and settle for nothing less than rigorous thinking on their part. Push people to challenge your ideas. Encourage people to develop their own ideas and reward them for doing so. Teaching people to think, learning from each other, and then thinking together as an organization are fundamental activities for avoiding leadership. I think sometimes as a staff member myself, I don't feel like I can challenge my leaders' ideas. Sometimes it may be, it's my way or the highway. It can feel like that at times, and I don't want that. I don't want to, let that feed off of me into my staff, that's how I would think. I always, even as a teacher in the classroom, I tell my parents, if you have any ideas or anything you'd like to share, definitely let me know what it is, because you may have an idea that I've not thought of, and I definitely want to hear it, because likely it's a good idea and it's definitely something the students would benefit from. So I also want to promote that with my staff as well in a future administrative position. What can you do to encourage your staff? Make it about the receiver. For big projects, be sure to recognize benchmarks. So some projects take a long time and there are several steps involved, so it's important to recognize those steps and let them know that they are following the right path, that you're proud of their hard work. There's the Golden Paperclip program. You can have a big party, a simple party. It may just depend on what they're doing or what you're recognizing. Involve the community if need be. Acknowledge them publicly, whether it be in a newspaper, in front of the students, in front of staff. Encourage the heart. A display of appreciation does not have to cost money, and really anybody appreciates a thank you. There are 5 levels of leadership. Where do you fall? There's position, permission, production, people, and personhood. If you look at the words on the side, there's a line going up. It's compliance and commitment. Those at the bottom of the steps, they're just doing the bare minimum. They're getting by. They follow the rules. They do what they have to, but they really don't go out of their way and have that commitment to their job or to their students or to the school or even the district or any type of business. Those who are committed work hard. They push each other. They share ideas. They work together. They have everybody's best interest and not just their own in mind. So that's definitely something to think about when we're thinking about where we fall as a leader. Are you a good leader? Do these words describe you? As I went through this, I kind of found some words that I thought described a good leader. They're knowledgeable, they care, they give credit, they're humble, they're a role model, they inspire, they unleash potential, they coach, they're a visionary, they develop others. It's about we, not me. They're strategists, they make tough decisions, they collaborate, which is definitely an aspect of communication. They have determination, and there's mutual respect amongst them and their staff. So I hope that this has helped you understand what it means to be a good leader, but to also encourage your staff members as well, because it's definitely important to let them know that they're doing a good job so that they continue to do a good job not only for you, but those that you service as well. Thank you.